And hello everybody. First of all, I would like to apologize. I know the video is late. I recently updated my Mac from Sierra to High Sierra, and it decided it wanted nothing to do with my normal recording software. And then I had to go to the Timmins Comic Con, so that was like a week and a half where I couldn't do anything. And I've been trying to get my software to work again, and now I'm using a different software, so here we are. Without further ado, there's a reason I'm dressed like this. Not only did I use this beautiful outfit and makeup and hair at the Timmins Comic Con to take a lovely picture with the Brampton Batman, which will be linked to my Instagram down here. I'm also planning on using it for this month's Art Snacks video, and you'll quickly see why. And I think, yeah, I got the right side. I think you guys will get a little idea of what I received, as usual. Without further ado, once again, here's what's on the menu for April the Joke. Why did the artist call a tow truck? Because he couldn't make his van go. You know, I've had this box for a week, and well, almost 2 weeks now, and I didn't even read the joke, and I am not regretting it one bit. And there's some people who don't know how to pronounce Van Gogh's name because it's written Van Gogh, and they're probably still going at it wondering, like, what the hell? It's okay. What's with all the aspirated letters? So, let's start with what will maybe my favorite piece for this box, because you guys know I love pens so much. Tombow Fudenosque brush pen twin tip, black and gray. $5.49 retail, staff favorite. Good start. Add another dimension to your artwork with this dual tip Tombow Fudenosque brush pen. Speaking of not knowing how to pronounce words. Featuring black ink on one end and gray ink on the other, this pen is perfect for both lettering and drawing. The firm, yet flexible brush tips can create extra fine, or medium strokes by a simple change in pressure. An added perk to this unique tool. It's waterproof when dry, making it an excellent companion to your new watercolor pencils. I didn't think of closing my email, so we got some sounds. Sorry about that. So, I'm gonna put this here. Click. This would be the black, yeah, because you can see there is a little band here to tell you which end you have. This is the black nib. Eventually. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? So yeah, it's a tiny brush pen that you guys have probably seen in my other videos. And you have a similar nib on the gray end, but you can see, oh, now you're zooming, but you can see, again, the band that will tell you which color you have. So I'm looking forward to that. Probably not refillable, seeing as you don't have a butt end to open, but still at $5.49, I said? $5.49, yeah. Pretty good. You get 2 pens for $5.49. And here we go. What a surprise! Blue! Caran d'Ache, or Caran d'Ache for all I know. Supracolor Soft Aquarelle Pencil, $2.50 retail. Deliver a delicate, yet vivid touch to your paper with a Caran d'Ache Supracolor Soft Aquarelle pencils. This water-soluble colored pencil easily meets the needs of any artist thanks to its excellent coverage and light fastness. The brilliant color remains intense, wet or dry, giving you unlimited options for blending techniques. And what kind of blue is it? Bleu de Cobalt Blue. 3 stars. Here is the body with the shiny end that does not focus. There we go. And obviously sharpened pencil. Well, it's a nice blue though, and it's a cobalt blue compared to all the more, how can I say that, bluish blues that I got. So that's going to be interesting. Next up is this lovely little bottle of red. Now you see what's going on here? which is not that much different from the other bottle that I got last time from Amsterdam. Putting it back here. Yeah, the stuff I keep, I pretty much just dump it on this side of my desk. But this one is Daler-Rowney FW Acrylic Artist Ink. It's ink. This one was acrylic paint. And this one that I just showed you earlier is like excessively opaque and really tends to make a big mess if you're not careful. So let's see what this one does. $7.99 retail. That is a pretty big bottle, so I'm not surprised. Layer up this month with Daler-Rowney FW Acrylics Artist Ink. This acrylic-based, water-resistant ink is highly pigmented for creating multiple color layers on top of your art. Dilute the ink with water to achieve an intense watercolor effect, or use a dry brush to create textured strokes, which should be interesting. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of both because you guys know well, you guys have a pretty good idea who I'm going to draw. So I'm going to try to do the watercolor effect in her hair and the more dry brush strokes in the background. Let's try and test everything. And we are now up to the brush, which once again is not a round brush. It's an angled flat brush, which I should have rinsed up before because it's pretty stiff. It's more recommended, like I have a tendency to push on the bristles to get them going, but it's more recommended to let it sit in water for a while to dissolve the glue they use to keep the bristles straight during shipping. Robert Simmons short handle acrylic paintbrush. Notice the short handle, which works great for me because I'm short. Ha 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 ha! Retail range $8 to $11 depending on brush type. Different types of medium requires different types of paintbrushes, and a good acrylic brush should hold color without losing its shape. The Robert Simmons short-handle acrylic paintbrush features synthetic filaments chosen to provide both the softness and control you need to get the most out of your acrylic ink. Well, that's interesting, because as you can see, I can do some broad, dry strokes, but it's so thin I could probably do a bit of line art too. Let's see if I can do that. And there is a bonus item this month. It's again a miracle I managed to get this video out this month because I think we're like the last day or the second to last. I'll have to check. Calendars. Ah. Ta-da! L'Aquarelle Canson Heritage, I should say, watercolor paper. Bonus item. Try out your new art supplies with 3 bonus sheets of cold press L'Aquarelle Canson Heritage watercolor paper. Boink, boink. There you go. This heavy 300 GSM 100% cotton paper, it does feel like cotton, very thick, is strong and absorbent, offering excellent color laydown and ultra-sharp brush strokes. Experience precise control as the color flows smoothly from your brush to paper. If you like this paper, full-size pads will be available for purchase in the Art Snacks shop. They're not paying me to say this, but the Art Snacks shop is absolutely wonderful. I've ordered a couple things outside of my my subscription packets, and I'm not complaining at all. It's a great store, great shipping, great prices. And there you go. These are April, yes, the April Art Snacks box supplies. Now we are going to go try them out, and I'll see you guys after these messages. I can't stop stuttering. I'm so happy and excited. we're back with some background lighting. Just gonna move this here, and here is the card.
Hey, Puddin'.
Which does not seem to want to focus. Come on! Well, close enough. You guys know I will erase the pencil mark, scan it, and put in my DeviantArt anyway. So, let's get started. What do we have first? We have the Fudonosuke. Okay, let's start with this. I also tested it on my normal paper because I'm going to tell you something real quick. On the 100% cotton, it's very scratchy. Like, I was still able to get some good lines out of it, but it hooked a lot on the fibers, and that's not necessarily the fault of the pen. However, it's probably the fault of the paper because it's highly textured, which is normal. It's watercolor paper and it's watercolor cotton paper. On normal paper, the cardstock I usually use, which would be, give me a second, here we go. This little vellum cardstock here, they work beautifully. They're a little stiff, which is good when you have a small nib, brush nib like this. The black is nice and black, as expected. The gray is slightly coolish, if you can see it around her hair and stuff like that. Great for shadows. Oh, I think you can see it better on her necklace, eventually. Focus, thank you. Slightly cool. So yeah, pretty happy with this. Not on watercolor paper, but on my normal paper, very happy with this. Next would be the Supracolor Caran d'Ache pencil. This surprised me a lot, actually. When applied dry, as you can kind of see on her little hair tie, the color is pretty neutral, it's pretty mute, but as soon as you add color, it just lights up with intensity. It's absolutely gorgeous when wet. So if you're looking, if I base myself just on this one, if you're looking for more subdued colors, you want to use it dry. Obviously, there's a lot of texture going on when you're using it dry, but that's normal. It's a colored pencil. If you use it wet, however, you get magic. It smoothens up super quick, and it bursts with joy and saturation and color. So yeah, very, very happy with this watercolor pencil. Like, it surprised me. I expected it to stay the same color. Well, I should say the same saturation when wet, but it just like super lovely, super bright, super happy with it. I'm gonna stop using words in my microphone, possibly. Next would be the Daler-Rowney FW Acrylic Artists. Taratata. Little less happy, kind of, sort of, bit with this one. Not necessarily that it turned out bad, but it doesn't blend as well as the pencil itself. As you can see, there's some discrepancies, blah, 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 in her hair over here because it doesn't blend. Well, it dries faster. Focus. Thank you. It dries faster than the pencil did. And it, as you can see, I had to go over her color a couple of times. It's good for dry brush, that's for sure, because it dries really fast. But it blends, but it doesn't blend as well and as fast. So I'd say it's a little more opaque, it's a little more thick than actual ink, I'd say, probably. But it's still easier to work with than the other one I showed you, the Amsterdam, earlier. The brush, as you can see, wow. Honestly, wow. This thing does better lines than some of my smaller round brushes. Look at this. I did the lips with this. I did the thick part of her color with this. I did her hair tie with this. This thing is pure magic. It works really well. I used it with a wet version of the ink and a dry version of the ink, and it does everything superbly. So yes, I would recommend this brush. Like, let's say you need one brush to travel around. Go for this one. It does everything like really well. Like, I am amazed with this. I am amazed with the Caran d'Ache pencil. Paper itself, as you can see, gives off the colors really well. But like I said, it's highly textured, so as far as pens go on it, but paint, watercolor paint on it, beautiful. So I am extremely pleased with this month's box. I don't think Mom is gonna get this pencil. Well, she's always allowed to borrow anything she wants from the... My lamp fell. She's always allowed to borrow anything she wants in the office. So, of course, I'm going to have her try this because this is great. I tried it with this little water pen here. Cheap little thing. Probably going to put a link in the description. There's also a more portable version. And, of course, I hooked the computer. Oh, my God. I'm having one of those days. But other than that, I'm in a pretty good mood. And as usual, I will have everything linked in the description. And I hope the video is going to be to your liking because I'm using a different software because my usual software doesn't work well. And I noticed when I started editing the first part of the video that I'm kind of cut like this, like really close up. So here's hoping that next month's video is going to go a little better and I will have fixed my normal software for it. I will also be posting, well, in about a week, 2 weeks roughly, the video for my Copic Colors Challenge, which I usually do live on Facebook. And I hope you had fun watching me drawing, watching me stutter, watching me hook everything and have everything break down around me. Like, comment, subscribe, especially comment. I love comments. It's the only way I know what you guys want. So I'll see you guys next month. I love you all. I love you, Art Snacks. Bye-bye.